Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm doing a teaching on how to write a function. So this is the part 4 of how to write a function. I'm going to explain today. In my last video, I explained how to write function for factors. So now I want to write a function of common factors. So let's say I have two numbers. I want to get all the factors of the first number, all the factors of the second number. And I want to get the common factors. So let's try that. So we have to think together. So first, we have to write a code for common factors. So let me save it as common.fact. So the first thing, you write function. You can ensure you watch my previous videos of how to write a function. I have done part 1, part 2, part 3. So this is the part 4 of it, so that you understand what I mean, what I'm doing. So function, what are the variables? So I have two variables in this case, two numbers. So I can call the two numbers x, y. You can call it anything you want. Then you open a curly bracket and click enter. So I'll get all the factors of x and all the factors of y. So to get all the factors of x, like I explained in my previous video, I have to use for looping. So I have to use for loop. So factors means all the numbers that can divide x without a remainder. And I know that the factors cannot be greater than x. So my for loop will be from, so let me use y. I can use any letter I want. In is constant, 1 to x. It cannot be greater than x. So I'm going to try 1. Is 1 a factor? I will try 2. Is 2 a factor? I will try 3. Is 3 a factor? So I'll keep on trying till x, the last number. So how will I get my factor? I want to check if I want to get all the numbers between 1 to x without a remainder. So I'm going to store my results. So I'm going to store my result in rex.x. So this, I want to create an empty set where I will store my results. You have to watch my video when I did a teaching on for loop, so you understand what I'm doing. rex.y. I'll try my best to also explain to those that will be watching just this, but I think you'll benefit more if you watch the other videos. So I'm creating an empty set where I will be saving all my results. So when I try 1, is it a factor? I will save it. When I try 2, is it a factor? I will save it. So I'm using for loop. No, let me avoid using y here because I have y. Let me use g. So rex g. I want to check. I'm going to use the if-else function. I want to get all the numbers that can divide x without a remainder. So what? So x. So this 2% sign is what we use to get the remainder after dividing. So if x is divided by g, remember g is going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to x. X can be, so let's say for example, x is 10. So g is going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 10. So if x divided by 1, will I get the remainder? That x now is 10, for example. If 10 divided by 1, will I get the remainder? If I divide 10 by 2, will I get the remainder? If I divide 10 by 3, will I get the remainder? So that's what I'm doing. And I'll always store my result. So if x by g gives me 0, so I use 2 equal sign because I'm comparing. If it gives me 0, then arrow should report g. But if it gives me a number different from 0, arrow should report NA. So that's what I want. Then the next thing is to do a for loop for y. So this is a for loop for g. So to do a for loop for y, this is a for loop for x. So let me do another for loop for y. So all I have to do is to change this to y. Then this is res.x. Then this will be res.y. All I'm doing is change my x to y. That's all. So I've done, so this function, the two functions, or the two for loop will give me the factors of x. The second one will give me, the first will give me the factors of x, second one will give me the factors of x. Okay. Let me show you what I've got so far. Let me return x. Let me return only rex.x so you see what I mean. just want to show you the progress we've made so far. So I can do common factors, common.fact. I want to check what I've done. So let me use 6 and 14. Correct. I see that I'm correct. So the only output arrow is returning is, so return tells arrow what you want to see. So I put arrow, I only want to see the result for X. The result for X is 6. So these are the factors of 6. So if I change this to 1, arrow the result for Y. So these are the factors of Y. Like I explained in my previous video, I have to remove all the NA. So let me remove all the NA for ROEX.X. So I will use ROEX.X and block bracket to tell how I want to select the subset of all the numbers without NA. Yeah, I will use my factorial sign, telling arrow not. Factorial sign is a logical operator. I did it. It's a logical operator. Yeah, is.NA. So I don't want anything that has to do with NA. So that's why I use the logical operator not when it's not NA. So ROEX.X. So that's what I want. Now let's check if this is correct. So let me go change return to X and check my result. I see there is no NA again. Let me do the same thing for Y. So I'll copy this, paste it, and change all the X to Y, to Y, to Y. So let me return Y and see if it is correct. Awesome. So these are all the factors for Y. Y is 14 in this case. But remember, what we are interested in is the common, want to get the common factors of two numbers. So I'm just returning it to check if I'm making progress, if I'm making progress to get to my final destination. So now I want to get the common factors. So I have all the factors of X and I have all the factors of Y. Now I want to get the common factors. The common factors, that means all the factors I can see in X and all the factors I can see in Y. So how will I do that? So I have to do a for loop. Then I will check for every X, every object in X. I will check if it is an element in Y. So let me do a for loop. For loop. For loop. So let me call it I for I in. For I in 1 to the length of ROEX dot X. Okay, then up curly brackets. So I did a teaching of for loop. You can watch that. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So now what I want to do is I want to check for all the factors that are in X. I want to check if it is an element in Y. So this is what I will do. I will save my results in. So I created an empty set called cfact. I will save my common factors. So I can cfact. Let me use my if-else function. So if ROEX dot X I, so if the first number, so it means I'm going to pick, remember, when you use a block bracket, you're selecting a subset. So the I is moving from 1 to a particular number. So if I have 10 factors in X, so I is moving from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what it means is this block bracket means when I is 1, I'm selecting the first number as is to select the subset. So let me show you what I mean. So I have a set X, let me call it, so I have 3, 4, 2, 1. This is it. So when I do X block bracket 1, I'm picking the first number. When I do X block bracket 4, I'm picking the fourth number. When I do X block bracket 3, I'm picking the third number. So that's what I did here. So remember, I is moving from 1 to the length of my data set ROEX.X. So if my And if REX.X has 10 objects, that means the length is 10. So I is moving from 1 to 10. So I will be why I wrote that code, I want to pick each object in REX.X and check if it is a factor or if it is also in REX.Y. So whenever REX, if it is in, so this is how to write in if it is an element. If it is an element of REX.Y, that if this is this, what will arrow do? Arrow should report what xi is. But if it is not an element, arrow should report NA. Then my final result will be C.fac. So let's try this if it will work. No. 6 is not a factor of 14. Let me zoom in. If else this. Okay, let me put equal to true. So let me try this. Why? The mistake we made here, we use X here. We're not supposed to use X. So we're supposed to use REX. That's one thing about arrow. You have to learn how to debug codes also. Very important. You learn how to debug codes. So this code, let me run it now. So these are the factors, common factors between 6 and 14, 1, 2. Let me try it again. Let me try 16 and 14, or 16 and let me use 24. So let me try 16 and 24. Correct. So I have 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, if I want to remove NA from my results, what will I do? C.fac. I'll select this C.fac, then block brackets. Not is NA. C.fac. So this will remove. Correct. So let me try 106, 240. I want to get all the common factors between 106 and 240. Wow, just 1 and 2? That's serious. Let me see. 106 divided by 2 is what? 53. I think 53 is a prime number, so that's why. So let me try 108 and 240. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. If you want to get the highest common factor, so you want to write a code for highest common factor, all I have to do is I can write a code which is max. Let me call it highest common factor. Let me call it HCF. So HCF will be which max of my C.fac. Then I will tell arrow return HCF. So let's see if it will work. Correct. So that's the highest common factor between 108 and 240. So which is max? We look for the maximum value. I think I can also use maximum for that without using which.max. Let me see. So what did I get before? 6. I think maximum is the best. So we use maximum to get the maximum. So forget about the which.max. So maximum to get the IX common factor. So let me try 12 and 240. Correct. So let me try 120 and 240. I know the highest common factor should be 120. Let me see. Correct. So this is how to write the code for factors. So if I want to write code for just common factor, I will delete this. If I want to, I can just put the pound sign, arrow will not read that particular line. Then I will change my return to c.fact. So what if I want to return both results? What will I do? If I want to return both results, so this is what I'll do. I'll create a list. So I can create an empty set and call it results. It will be a list. Then I'll do this. So the list, what will show in the list the first time should be in the first one. The first one in the list should be the factors, so c.fact. Then what should show as the second object in the list should be HCF. So what I'm doing is, remember I explained my first video or the second video, I explained the different data type. We have list, we have data frame, we have vector. Why I'm using list is because list allows you to have an object of different sizes, like different lengths. The common factor can have length of 5, can have length of 10, because I can have 10 common factors, I can have 5 common factors, but HCF is just one. So you cannot use data frame for this, you cannot use matrix for this, because they're not of the same length, but you can use list. So that's why I'm saving it in list. So what I will return, this is results, sorry, results, that's the name of the list. Results. So what I will return is results. So this is it. So the first of what comes out first are the common factors, then what comes is the highest common factor. So let me change this to 1020 to 2000. So look at these are all the common factors, and this is the highest common factor. Thank you. So I've explained how to write a function. If you have any question or you have any topic you want me to teach, write it on the comment section. Subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share to your friends. Thank you.